And in this video, we'll be doing the unboxing and have a first look at this Moto G4, the Plus variant. And this is going to be sold in India via, Amazon. And here, as you can see, it gives us a brief idea about the specs. It says that it has a 5.5-inch screen. Actually, it's having a Snapdragon 617 chipset. And they have really improved the camera this time. It also has laser auto focusing system, and finally we got a fingerprint sensor, as you can see on the box. So let's quickly open this up and have a look. So this is the device itself, and I have to say, for a 5.5-inch device, it feels really light. And it says that it has turbo power. That means it is having fast charging. Let's see if it has a fast charger in the box. So let's keep this thing to the side. And again, it's a dual SIM device, as you can see. And here it gives us a brief idea that it is actually having a micro SIM card, and you're not supposed to use nano SIM cards with adapters on this one. This comes out. Let's keep this thing to the side. And yes, this is the turbo power adapter. That means fast charging is enabled on this one. And this is that beefy charger that we have seen with the Motorola devices also. So it's nice that this is included, so you don't have to separately buy a fast charger. Let me keep those things to the side. And we also get a headset. So this is the device itself, and this is the protective cover. Again, I simply can't believe that it feels actually really light, guys, for a 5.5-inch device. And this is the indent to open the back cover. But before that, let me actually give you a physical overview. We have the 3.5mm headphone jack over here, and looks like this rim is again metallic. We have the power on off button and the volume rocker. On the bottom, we just have one slot, that is the micro USB slot that'll be used for charging this device. And on this end, nothing. Let's try to open up this back cover now. And again, this opens, comes out, and looks like the battery. This is the battery, but I don't think so it's user replaceable. And we have actually two dedicated slots for our SIM cards, and also a dedicated slot for a micro SD card. This time it can accept micro SD cards up to 128 gigabytes. The camera also is supposed to be improved. It is now having a 16 megapixel sensor, and it also has laser autofocus system, so it will be interesting to see how it functions. The Motorola dimple is still there, as you can see, but it's now pretty much recessed, but still you can sort of feel it. So let me actually now try to power on this device. Moving to the front facing camera, it's actually a 5 megapixel shooter. So let me quickly just boot this up, and it says Moto. And by the time it actually boots up, let me give you a configuration overview. This Moto G4 Plus is powered by the Snapdragon 617 processor, which is actually a octa-core processor clocked at 1.5 gigahertz. It comes in two RAM models, that is the 2 gigabyte or the 3 gigabyte RAM models, and it is having a 5.5-inch 1080p HD screen with Gorilla Glass 3 protection. Moving to the GPU, it has the Adreno 405 GPU clocked at 550 megahertz. Again, in terms of storage, it comes in two variants, 16 gigabytes or 32 gigabytes. The one that we have has 32 gigabytes of storage. That means it'll have 3 gigabytes of RAM. It also has a dedicated micro SD card slot, and it's a dual SIM device. Moving to the camera, it has a 16 megapixel rear facing camera with laser autofocus and also face detection autofocus. Hence the focusing is supposed to be really fast. Moving to the front facing camera, it's a 5 megapixel shooter. It also has Moto display, a fingerprint scanner, and it has a 3000 milliamp hour battery, and it supports fast charging. And by the way, guys, I was just setting up the Wi-Fi, and the good thing is that it supports both the 2.4 gigahertz as well as the 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi band. And as it has a fingerprint scanner, let's just set that up also now. Unlock it with fingerprint. So we'll just add one, and we'll just use a pin 1 2 3 4. Let's just put that for right now, 1 2 3 4, and we can set up our fingerprint scanner. So we have to put our finger, and so let's tap our finger a couple of times, use all the angles, that'll be great. and it's done. And according to Motorola, we can have up to 5 different fingerprints on this one. So I've just completed the setup of this device. This is the first boot. And let's see, again, Google Now on the left. And as it's a Motorola device, again, it's almost stock Android experience that you are going to get. These are the quick toggles. Let's adjust the brightness. And we can go to the settings. And it should come with Android Marshmallow, but let's have a look at the same. And if you go to About, as you can see, it's having the Android version 6.0.1. That's Android Marshmallow out of the box. And let's just go back. And as you can see, the official name is the Moto G4 Plus. Let's go back and let's look at the storage that we get. The one that we have is 32 gigabyte variant. So let's look at the same. Here is the storage tab, and out of that 32 gigabytes we get 25 gigabytes of space free that is available to us. Again, if we go to the memory option, guys, this is the 32 gigabyte variant. It comes with 3 gigabytes of RAM, whereas the 16 gigabyte variant will come with 2 gigabytes of RAM. So there are actually 2 different variants of this device. So very stock Android experience that you get. Not a lot of bloatware with, again, Moto devices. Again, some Motorola specifics are there to enhance the functionality. For example, the Moto apps, and we can customize our device using the same. I won't go into depth regarding that as of now. So this is the new Moto G Plus, and I have to say the back is also has a slight texture to it. It's not visible on the camera, but it gives a slight grip, and that offers a decent grip to the device. Let's also look at how good is the fingerprint scanner, and this one has a Moto display. So if you just shake the device, it'll show you any notifications and stuff like that. And this is the fingerprint scanner that we have, and as you can see, the phone is on standby, and if you tap, it unlocks. And looks like the fingerprint scanner is really responsive. As you can see, if you just tap, it unlocks. So let's try it in opposite direction, and it works. So the fingerprint scanner is really responsive, as you can see, guys. And let's also quickly look at the camera. Motorola was talking a lot about the camera performance. They have said that they have really improved the performance of the camera, and it has laser autofocus. And we have this quick launch option. If you just double twist, and it can also auto scan QR codes. So it has laser autofocus. And we have the tap to focus, and as you can see, it's focusing pretty quickly. It also has face detection autofocus, so that's a good thing. Let me bring an object nearby, and we can also adjust the exposure. Let's tap in, and we can just rotate this to adjust the exposure easily. And the shutter speed is really fast, and we also have the HDR mode, and default it's in on the auto mode. So looks like the camera performance has improved a lot. And now let me actually show you some of the sample shots so that you can get a better idea. So as you can see, the pictures that we take in natural lighting conditions come out to be really good. Also in terms of color accuracy, the color accuracy is also really good, and the pictures are very sharp. I could also get this beautiful bokeh effects on the pictures thanks to the laser autofocusing system. It was very easy. Now these pictures were taken in semi-indoor conditions, and I had disabled the flash, and I feel even in semi-indoor conditions we got decent pictures considering the low lighting conditions. Now these pictures were shot in completely artificial lighting in my office, and here also, as you can see, the Moto G4 Plus performed very well even in completely artificial lighting conditions. So guys, that's it for now for this unboxing and first look at this Moto G4 Plus variant. If you have any other specific questions around this Moto G4 Plus,